Hello everyone, welcome again to the Paq-Man's Corner. Back in the dark days of censorship and isolation in the Cuba of the 60s and 70s, we used to listen to a radio station in Miami called the WQAM. Most of the station IDs were done by some magnificent studio vocal groups, and I was like in heaven, because in addition to classic cars, Brazilian music and animals, another of my all-time passion are the American vocal quartets, like the Hilos, the Four Freshmen, the Singers Unlimited, and the Manhattan Transfer. So this time we have prepared a very special program for the Paq-Man's Corner. Please welcome one of the greatest American quartets ever, the fantastic New York Voices. Have fun!
WQAM Miami.
The New York Voices.
Hello.
My favorite vocal quartet. Rory Keenan, Kim Nazarian, Peter Eldridge, and the ineffable Darmon Miller. That's a new word I found in English. Ineffable.
Ineffable. It means I won't play in the key of F. Is that what it means?
Yes.
Like,
He got you.
Wow, that's a good
swearing
one.
to me.
Avoiding to play in the key of F.
Yes.
I have been trying to remember when happened for the our first encounter. Do I have to do something with Claudio Roditi?
Oh, we saw Darman and I think saw you in Ithaca at the Ramada Inn.
Wait. Yeah. I mean,
Marty Ashby Jazz Festival.
Marty Ashby Jazz Festival? Yeah.
Yeah, at the Ramada Inn in Ithaca, New York.
Yes, I remember that. Syracuse, right?
No.
He lives in Syracuse, but you played in Ithaca.
Yeah.
Which is around in the same area or what?
Yeah, close.
Relatively close.
Yeah, it was back with Lincoln Goins and Porcino and Claudio and
Michelle Camilo.
Michelle Camilo. It was
piano. Yeah, my Brazilian band.
Yeah, it was. We were all just absolutely stunned that night. We were so blown away.
Mama Pajama rolled out of bed and she ran to the police station. When the papa found out, he began to shout. He started the investigation. It's against the law. It was against the law. What the mama saw, it was against the law. Oh, the mama looked down and spit on the ground every time my name gets mentioned. The papa said, oh, if I get that boy, I'm gonna stick him in the house of detention. Well, I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye, Rosie, the queen of Corona. I see you, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. I see you, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Oh, in a couple of days they come and take me away, but the press of the story leaked. And when the radical breeze come to get me released, we's all on the cover of Newsweek. And I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. Yeah. I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye, Rosie, the queen of Corona. I see you, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. I see you, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Pajama, she's so upset.
Down by the schoolyard.
Now everybody they want to investigate.
Down by the schoolyard.
And the papa he scream and shout when he hear my name.
Down by the schoolyard.
Now I know my life will never be the the same.
Down by the schoolyard.
And on the front page of all the papers it does say, oh,
Down by the schoolyard.
it's a my priest to come and he saved the day, oh.
Down by the schoolyard.
On my way, got to run, don't know where I'm going.
Down by the schoolyard.
And if Corona Rose want to say goodbye, I am
Down by the schoolyard.
Oh,
Well, I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way.
I'm taking my time and I don't know where.
Goodbye,
Rosie, the queen of Corona. I'll see you, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. I'll see you, me and Julio down by the
schoolyard.
Me and Julio.
Dat, dat.
Me and Julio.
Dat, dat, dat.
Me and Julio.
Da, 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 da.
Down by the schoolyard.
WQAM Miami.
I will never forget. I have been in love with the American vocal quartets from many years. The High-Lows and the Force Freshmen and all those wonderful vocal quartets. And every time I mention to the Americans that in Cuba we love commercials, English, I say, "Are you crazy? What here everybody avoids the commercials. The public stations say no commercials, but we leave the sound of the American vocal quartets, and of course I love Brazilian music, and I will never forget one of the happiest moments in my life when Jay Ashby called me and said, "Paquito, do you want to perform with the New York Voices playing some Brazilian music?" I said, "And what do I have to do?" I said, "Just blow the clarinet or saxophone or whatever you want. Even you can dance or sing or something." "Do I have to write something?" "No, you don't have to write nothing. You have to show up with a good read and you stay there and we'll let you know what you have to do." That was the happiest moment in my life. Because it put together my two great loves, which is Brazilian music and American vocal quartets.
well,
Playing with you makes us so happy, Paquito.
yeah. We've always said that those concerts that we did with you over the years with the Brazilian Dreams repertoire, there was something just that felt so sophisticated, and it was a wonderful combination of just sort of joyous and also very sophisticated, and it has a slightly different personality than so many other things we've done. It's always been a highlight to do those concerts. So, but I have to laugh. Every now and then I'd watch you and Claudio, you'd be listening to us sing and you'd forget to count your rests and you'd forget to come in or something.
Tell me about it. You know, there is another couple of people that happened to me. One is Yo-Yo Ma. You know, he played the cello so beautiful. You're like, and the other one is Toots Stevens.
Sure.
Yeah.
He used to play so beautifully, you know. That sometimes I forget. Toots said, "You're not going to play your chance. Play." and the third one is the wonderful New York Voices.
Wow.
Oh my
Thank you.
God, what company!
I found my love in Avalon beside the bay. I left my love in Avalon, then sailed dream of you in Avalon from dusk till dawn. And so I long to travel on to Avalon.
I found my love. I found my love in Avalon. I never thought of falling in love, but I found my love beside the bay. I left my love in Avalon. I just walked away now on my own. What a fool am I. Oh, not that dream of Avalon. Dream and scheme of Avalon. From the time the sun goes down till the sun comes up. I wanna go back, I wanna go back. I wanna go back, I wanna go back to Avalon. Avalon, 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 Avalon.
WQAM Miami.
Tell us how did the group start?
Well, Kim mentioned Ithaca College. Kim and Peter and I are all Ithaca College graduates, and we all got to sing in the vocal jazz group that was at the college way back in the early 80s, and we all shared that experience. We had different majors. I was a saxophone major, Peter was a piano major, and Kim was a acting major, but we all shared in that love of this vocal harmony. And I won't tell you the really ridiculously long story, but we had a chance to perform together as an alumni group a few years after graduating, and that really inspired us to put together a professional group. And so that was about 1987, 88, when we were all kind of starting to settle into living into New York, and we decided to put a professional group together. It was the three of us and Caprice Fox, who was also an Ithaca grad, and then this wonderful singer named Sarah Krieger that we had met in New York, and that was the original quintet. So we were a quintet in those early days, partly because we love the five. When you're writing, it's so nice to have five notes, right? When you're writing, so we love the 5-part thing, and also we were trying
it's
to
the sax section, darn
yeah.
it.
Exactly. We were also trying to differentiate our sound and visually also a little bit from Manhattan Transfer, which of course was the group that everybody knew back then. But over time, we had a couple personnel changes. Lauren joined in 1992. So Lauren's the new girl. Yeah.
I remember that we went to Israel with Caprice Fox. She was in the group.
Yep.
That was a great time.
That was a great trip. That was such a great
trip. Right? I think it was the only concert that they did at the Blue Note in Israel.
Right. Of course. I forgot. That was the chance when we first got to hang out. So that was the tail end of the 5-part days. And I remember, I think you and Claudio both sat in with us on those gigs. It was like a double bill. You were performing one set, we were doing another. Yeah. And we just kind of established a rapport and just said, oh man, we have to try to do something more collective at some point down the road. And it took a few years, but thanks to Marty and Jay's ideas that all came together in the late 90s. And yeah.
I remember that the bass player was David Fink.
Yeah.
Was a practical joker.
Yeah.
And he was playing jokes around everybody, and he called, he's good at imposing, imitating voices. And to disguise his voice, and he called Mark Walker and said, Mr. Walker, you have to pay for the use of the synagogue. It was a religious hotel.
Right.
Synagogue, if you are a Jewish, you can use a synagogue, but he's a Protestant or something, No, I am sorry, but I am not Jewish, so I am not using the synagogue. I said, no. Doesn't matter if you are Muslim or you are Catholic or whatever, but it's obligatory to pay for the use of synagogue. If you don't use it, it's okay. But you have to pay for it. I am not paying shit, he said.
Oh man.
Oh my God. Mark was so insulted that he went to the reception, to say, I am not going to use the synagogue. I said, who say that you have to pay for the synagogue? There is no such a thing. Who told you that?
Well, that does sound like classic David Fink, because yes, he is definitely a practical joker.
Incredible, David Fink. But other than that, we had so much fun playing. Claudio was in the band too in those days.
Yes,
Claudio. was an inspiration. And that was a great idea when we recorded the CD that I think it was the Ashbys that they used Paulo Braga playing legendary drummer, huh?
Yeah, legendary.
Living in New York in those days.
Yep.
And I remember that Ashby say, with Claudio Braga here, we are certified Brazilians. We don't have to.
Yeah, and I think Helio Alves was playing piano too, right?
Helio was the piano, right?
Yeah.
Right.
He's such a heavy player. Oh my gosh, I love him.
Yeah. So I think we met the quota.
Yeah.
Helio Alves, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a wonderful experience, unique for me. And we did a couple of gigs after that.
Oh, a few.
Yeah, I remember Orange County. Remember in California?
Mm-hmm.
In that beautiful theater?
Near LA, yeah.
I will just never forget that feeling of what we created in that room, Paquito. It was magical.
Yeah.
Even I remember that even we did a Christmas gig too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Christmas concert.
And I enjoy someone playing that Christmas Christmas repertoire with an American quartet, you know.
Right.
This is a very, very important project for me. It's like a dream come true. I always love American vocal quartets and Brazilian music. So this is a great combination. It's like a dream come true to share the stage with one of the greatest vocal quartets ever, the wonderful New York Voices.
When your heart belongs to me completely, then you won't be slightly out of tune. You sing along with me. This is where I wanna be. WQAM Miami.
The Brazilian Dreams Project. One of the greatest things that my brother Marty has continued to do in the 30-plus years that he's been running MCG Jazz at the Manchester Craftsmen's Guild in Pittsburgh is to bring together very special collaborative performance projects for the incredible concert series there, many of which have been recorded in very high-quality audio and video. And thankfully, one of those concert series performances was the Brazilian Dreams Project. You know, when Marty and I began talking about that project, it immediately made sense to bring together Paquito and Claudio, two of our biggest musical influences and dear friends, with the New York Voices, also longtime musical collaborators, the dearest of friends and family, literally. It really did feel like a dream. And then adding to the equation the incomparable rhythm section of Paulo Braga, Oscar Stagnaro, and Elio Alves, the dream became even deeper. I have nothing but incredibly rich, priceless really, memories of arranging for and rehearsing that project. I remember the first rehearsal was in New York, and we scheduled it such that we would start the rehearsal with an instrumental, which was a great arrangement by Argentinian pianist and composer Dario Eskenazi of one of Paquito's compositions, One for Tom, in homage to Tom Jobim. Many of us had played that piece before in different configurations, and the run-through went very well. Everyone read well and played well, and I remember thinking, well, this is going to be fun. It's a good band. But then, the next piece we rehearsed was with the Voices, Darman's fantastic arrangement of Corcovado. And from the very first phrase of the introduction, in which the Voices' gorgeous four-part harmony blending with Paquito's luscious and lyrical clarinet, I knew, as did everyone in the room, I think, that there was real magic there. That magic continued through all of the recorded performances, which I think is also part of the magic, the fact that the record was recorded live, and especially that it was recorded live there at Manchester Craftsmen's Guild. The audiences there are so special. They're knowledgeable, enthusiastic, receptive, and warm, and the space is so special. Just the right size, great acoustics, state-of-the-art equipment, and an incredibly passionate and professional staff. You know, it's really rewarding to think about how well received that record was, and continues to be. I remember my brother Marty and I were at the Grammys, at the awards show, which that year was held at Madison Square Garden in New York, which I think has only happened a handful of times. But anyways, Marty and I were there, not really expecting to win anything, to be honest with you. You know, small independent record label, etc. Then it won. Best Latin Jazz Record. It was funny. It was in the relatively early days of cell phones, and I remember that the clunky, big old cell phones that we had didn't work inside, so Marty and I were running around Madison Square Garden trying to find a payphone so we could call Paquito and Brenda and tell them. We did finally find one and got through to them, and I remember that they were as joyously surprised as we were. Definitely one of the best surprises ever. Later that year, there were a few tours in the States and in Europe, all very successful. And you know, there have been a few performances of the Brazilian Dreams Project in recent years as well. And I think the mark of a truly special project is that it can be revisited over the years and still maintain that magic. I look forward to many more collaborative projects with Paquito and the Voices and the continued pursuit of that magic.
to hearts will rise, uplifting, sending sorrow far away. La 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 la. Like the shiners know that you see drifting, heart to hearts will rise, uplifting, sending sorrow far away. WQAM Miami.
I think one of the highest points for me too on the road with you, Paquito, is when you would take the stage and do the duo piece with Alon Yevnai, or and you would do some of the traditional repertoire, a dance of some kind. And we were all just standing in the wings, because technically we were sort of on a break, right? But we could never even venture further than just to be off the stage and to just be in earshot of those beautiful pieces that you would do that were so virtuosic, and you guys were literally you were breathing the same air, the same feeling. You were so inside the piece. I just treasure those times. And also you would do often pieces with Anat too, and we would just, all of us would be in the back just weeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I am right when I say that Claudio have been a great influence for all of us. You know,
absolutely.
Yep.
It was like a catalyst. I think what I admire of Claudio. Claudio was a member of my band,
yep.
But I never ceased to admire him.
Right.
Every note that he played was such an unassuming and absolutely perfect.
Yep.
Absolutely. Oh, ditto. Yes.
The combination between the Brazilian stuff with the bebop language was perfect.
Yep.
When you make those things, you have to be very, very careful, because you never know when it's going to be too much of one of the elements.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Claudio had that perfect balance, you know.
Yep. Well, Jay and I first met Claudio when he came he was invited to be a guest artist with the Ithaca College Jazz Band back when Jay and I were students, and Claudio came in and we instantly fell in love with his music. But we also, the other thing, he was so accessible. He so wanted to share. And you know, a few years later when Jay and I had moved to New York, he instantly was like, you know, come on over, let me show you some tunes I'm writing. Let's play some stuff. And I remember him showing us like Red on Red and Monster in the Flower, like when they're brand new charts, and he's like bringing over the manuscript and we're hanging out. And it was a very influential time for us back then, hanging out with him.
That was the first piece that I played with him, Red on Red.
Yeah.
I love that piece. And that was the first piece that he contributed to the repertoire of my quintet. And still I play it once in a while.
Yep.
And we recorded in an LP with a wonderful singer called Kenya.
Oh yeah.
Oh sure.
Kenya, the Brazilian singer. In the day that she arrived in New York, we recorded in a legendary studio, Van Gelder Studios.
Oh wow.
Yeah, with Claudio and Claudio Portinho.
Yeah.
And all those crazy Brazilian men with I don't remember, it was Lincoln Goins playing the bass.
Yeah.
It was happy times.
We have a funny story about Lincoln. When we performed Mojinya in Japan.
Well, it was actually sound check. It wasn't in front of an audience.
It wasn't
Right. It was right. Definitely sound check. but he became very dramatic, and he went out into the house after we had done Mojinia because it was so sad, and he pretended to commit Harry Carey and and give up his life for Mojinia.
Right in front of us, right in front. Just
Oh my God, we laughed so hard after that sad song.
Well, and then to make it even worse, of course, then when he fell down, I think he knocked over 2 of our floor monitors and like made a complete mess of everything. And of course, we're in Japan where everything has to be perfect, and and we were just like, oh, here come the ugly Americans in to make an absolute mess of things, But anyway, yes, Lincoln Goins.
Lincoln, yeah, that's another tragicomical type of character, huh?
Yes, for sure.
Well, it's no fun. We love doing Snow Samba, and that's of course a composition of yours and Claudio, and it's so much fun to hear you introduce it. And we were in Chicago, and we went down to, and like every time we have to do it, we're always like, oh God, it's no fun doing it, not doing it with Paquito, because you missed the whole setup to the song. But maybe you should tell us the setup to the song just so we can hear it one more time. How did you guys write that song?
That was in Chicago.
Yeah.
Now remember that. I don't remember. Sometimes you lie so much that I start forgetting if you're telling the truth or you're telling the truth.
Okay, well, you worked up a really good lie in that you guys were gonna go to sound check, or you were supposed to go.
You were gonna go swimming in the lake.
The lake. That was February in Chicago.
So you went to swim in the lake.
The problem with those jokes is that some people can believe you.
Right.
Say Claudio and I, we were so boring in the hotel, and then we decided to, in the beautiful city of Chicago, so it was in February, and then we tried to go to the lake to have a swim there. People look at you like, what? Well, then we changed our mind and came back to my room, which is true. I have a piano in my room, and then we compose a Snow Samba.
There it is. There's the story. Ba 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 happy True song. I know. It's so much fun when you tell the story.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Go WQAM Miami.
So, are you preparing new repertoire? Are you working in new things?
We're working on a few new things, and of course we had, we were just breaking in some, we had a new CD come out about 6 months before the pandemic, and so we were just really enjoying getting that repertoire into our live shows and performing it regularly. Of course now we haven't performed in a while, but yeah, the newest CD was called Reminiscing in Tempo.
And two of the Cervantes are on there.
Yeah.
Paquito?
Yeah.
No kidding, Bonnie.
Yeah.
Oh, are you going to do that? Beautiful dancers. Two of them.
Yeah. We recorded. I'll send you a copy of that CD. I don't think you probably don't have it. I'll send it to you.
That could be another thing, though, that Paquito extends in,
Yeah.
just takes off and goes and plays something sort of like Mojinia, like we'll just sort of
Right.
have a way to weave you in. It would be so beautiful because it would be so great for you to speak to, obviously, that repertoire and that your country.
Yeah, we did Los Tres Golpes and Invitación.
Invitación too.
Yep.
Into the beautiful Cuban.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, Alon Yovnai introduced us to those.
And he played on this recording.
Yeah, he plays on one of them on the CD, so I'll send that to you. But yeah, so we're and then we've been working on some new things, but the CD is a real eclectic mix of things. We did a fun version of Dave Brubeck's Blue Rondo a la Turk, which is a whole lot of fun. You would have fun playing that with us if we get a chance to do that. And a bunch of other stuff. We did a Chick Corea tune and a couple of originals, and I don't know, a real mixture, an Ellington tune, and all kinds of fun stuff. So.
Wow, I can't wait to hear that CD.
Well, we want to play, and it would be a thrill beyond a thrill to play with you again, my dear. Just to be in your energy, just to be in your artistry, and see your beautiful wife again, Brenda, and just feel.
How's Brenda? How's Brenda doing? Good?
Brenda is a gardener now. Now she's planting flowers outside, and she loves that. Yeah, it's been a beautiful day around here.
Yeah.
So when I say when I tell the American, we love commercials. The Vocal Quartet, and the best one of all time is the New York Voices.
Oh,
thank you for being with me. Thank you for making so beautiful music and to be so nice. I hope you very soon.
It is our pleasure.
We adore you. Send our love to Brenda. We can't wait to make music with you whenever that happens.
Yeah. We love you, Paquito.
Same here.
Thank you so much. Great to see you.
How can I carry in my soul a heavy heart that's torn and tattered, a slave to love's illusion? Now I see the mystery. Life will not always be this cold, like desperate moonlight pouring down on me. A beam of melancholy washes me with poetry. Go, sweet saddened heart, singing the song of a love torn apart that echoes deeply in my broken heart.
That weeps so deeply in my
broken heart. Saddened heart, singing the song of a love torn apart that echoes deeply in my broken heart.